This is our returning champion, Jan Woodhouse, making her third appearance with a grand total of $3,450. And this is her challenger, Dave Smith, an attorney from Portland. And tonight, they'll be competing for cash prizes as we get ready to play Money in the Bank. From the KOIN Television studios in Portland, Oregon, it's the fun and exciting new game show, Money in the Bank. And here's your host, the man with all the money and all the questions, Mark Richards.
Thank you, Rich Wayne. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new week of Money in the Bank. There's a game for you folks at home to play along with, have some fun with us. We have some puzzles for you to solve and some questions for you to answer. Jan Woodhouse. Day number 3, two-day total of $3,450.
Right.
Not bad, Jan. And, you know, if you get like $1,600 more, you reach that $5,000 mark, we have a special prize for you. We'll tell you about that later on.
Great, Mark. Thanks.
Nice having you back with us. Dave Smith.
Mark.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you. Tell us about yourself.
Mark, I am a recently retired, semi-unsuccessful attorney who is trying to make a success of myself by joining the game show circuit.
You as a contestant or as a host?
As a contestant, but working my way up slowly.
You mean my job might be in jeopardy?
I thought you'd say that, Mark.
And you want to spin the Wheel of Fortune and all those things?
Oh, you're too much. I quit.
Well, let's see how well you do. This might be your last appearance on the show. It depends how Jan's got a two-day total. She's pretty good so far.
It's a tough one, you bet.
Oh, good. Okay, let's begin our game by taking a look at our puzzle. It's a phrase containing 22 letters, and we'll deposit $25 in the bank for every letter our players reveal. And the player solving the puzzle wins that amount of money in the bank. And to help you players along, we're going to show you right now all of the letters which belong in the puzzle, right on the bottom of your screen. Now, all of these letters are good, except for 3 of those letters, and they are called zappers. You don't want to pick a zapper, because if you do, you're going to hear this sound. And that means we're going to deduct $100 from the money in your bank. Now, we're going to start off by depositing $200 in your bank. $200 for you, Jan, and $200 for you, Dave. And the player with the most amount of money at the end of our third game gets to keep it and gets to play our $1,000 bonus game. Now, before you players get to pick a letter, we're going to have to ask you a question. You answer a question correctly, you pick a letter. Jan, let's start with you. And you folks in the audience, you help our contestants out by yelling and shouting out what you think the answer is. If you watch a camel for a while, Jan, you will notice that the camel's hump gets bigger after it does something. After it does what? After it eats or after the camel makes love? Its hump will get bigger. Now, I don't know when the last time is you saw a camel eat, but what happens? Is it after he eats or after it makes love?
This is a 2-hump or a 1-hump?
This is a no. This is a 1-hump.
After he eats, Mark.
After he eats, yes. You know, the camel stores its fat in the hump. The answer is after it eats. Yes, you are right. All right, Jan. All those letters are good except for 3 of them, and we're going to give you $25 for every one you get. Go ahead, please.
Okay, Mark. Is there a T?
A T. Yep, there are 3 T's. Yes, there are
All
3
right.
T's, and we're going to give you $75. There's 1, 2, and 3 T's. There's $75 in the bank right there. Any idea? Looking for a phrase.
A little bit too soon.
A little bit too soon? Okay, Dave, here is your question. Dave, you're in a crowded movie theater, and there are people sitting on both sides of you. Now, according to Miss Manners, who rightfully gets the armrest? The person on the right or the first person to claim it? Now, this is according to Miss Manners. Now, I'm hearing all kinds of answers from the audience there. Now, what do you think?
The armrest on the right belongs to
who rightfully
the first person to claim it.
The first person to claim it. You know, you're right. It is the first person to claim it. Looking for a phrase. We have $75 in the bank. David?
I'm going to try for the H, Mark.
The letter H. Yep, there are 2 H's in the puzzle. 2 H's, and that puts another $50. We're now up to $125. Looking for a phrase you've heard many times before. No guess?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, Jan, here's your question. Do you have a dog?
No, I don't, Mark.
Well, according to superstition, what will happen if you sleep on the same pillow as your dog? Will you get dandruff or will you dream what he dreams? According to superstition. Now, if you sleep on the same pillow as your dog, will you dream what he dreams or
It can't be dandruff. It's got to be dreams.
So you say you'll dream what he dreams, right? If you sleep on the same pillow?
Yes.
You know what? For some reason, superstition says that's correct. Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, Jen, our returning champion, $125 in the bank. And we have a whole lot of letters remaining.
Okay, Mark, I'm going to try for an R.
The letter R. You know what? There are no R's.
Oh, no.
You got one of our zappers.
I got zapped.
You got zapped. Dave, you're going to get her free shot at the board.
Oh, I
Pick the
do?
letter. Yes, you do.
Okay. Mark, I would like the S.
The
please.
letter S. You know, there are 3 S's. Yes,
right.
there's 1, 2, and 3. And we'll add another $75. There's now $200 in the bank. Dave, looking for a well-known phrase. It's starting to come together right now.
Mark, I'd like to answer another question first.
All right, you may, because you do. Here's your question. According to the book, Everyday Etiquette, did you happen to read that, Dave?
Not
Great
today,
book.
but yeah.
Is it okay for now, you're married, right?
I am, Mark, yes.
Is it okay for a husband to wear just his underwear at the dinner table when there are no guests involved? Yes or no? You know, in other words, if you're having, is it okay? You and your wife, you're sitting at home by yourself. I mean,
Well,
you know, just imagine, nobody's there.
The consensus dominated by my wife and the audience is the answer is yes, it's perfectly acceptable.
You know what? You're wrong.
You're wrong,
No,
yeah.
it's Miss Manners says it's very tacky. I hope that if you ever invite me to your house, you have your pants on. Okay. All right. Because he missed, Jan, we're going to go to you. You don't have to answer a question. You get a free shot at the board. There's $200 in the bank. Looking for a
Okay.
well-known phrase, Jan.
Okay, Mark, I'm going to go for an E.
The letter E. You know what, Jan? There are 3 E's.
All
yes. There's
right.
1, 2, and your third one. And now we're up to $275. Looking for a phrase you've heard many times. Jan, do you want to make a guess? If you make a guess and you're wrong, then the game is over
Yeah.
and Dave wins the money.
I think I know what it is, but I want to build up the money a little bit.
All right, you're taking a chance now.
That's true.
Okay, here is your question. The magazine Psychology Today asked people if they would divorce their spouse for $1 million in cash. Now, when we say divorce, we mean kaput. No, getting back together again. For $1 million in cash. Now, what did the majority of the Psychology Today readers say? They would or would not divorce their spouse for $1 million in cash. Now, what would you do, Jan? Now, think about it.
I wouldn't.
Say you're married to Dave. Say you're married
Oh,
to
if I was
Dave,
married to Dave, that's
and
different.
I offered you a
No, I wouldn't. I'm
You
bringing
would not.
out
So,
of
in other words,
money.
you say they would not, right?
I think, not that everybody's like me, but I think that they would stay
Would
with their
not.
husband.
Say
Yes.
would not.
I say would not.
You know, you're right. They would not.
All
Yes.
right.
Let's go to the board, Jan. We have $275 money in the bank, and you said you wanted to increase it. You think you know what it is? Add another letter or 2.
Okay, I will go for a L.
The letter L. Yep, there is 1 L in the puzzle, and that makes it an even $300. There's the puzzle you see so far. Do you have any idea? $300 in the bank.
I still have an idea, but I'm greedy. I'm going to hang on and hope that Dave doesn't get the answer.
Okay, Dave, here we go.
She's seen me play this game right before, I think. Okay.
In a pistol duel in the old days, you remember those pistol duels?
You bet.
The judge would always ask the 2 men something just before they fired at each other. Now, what did the judge ask these 2 men? Did he ask if their differences can be reconciled? Or did he ask, was she really worth it? Now, the judge would try to get these guys from going into a duel.
Okay.
Can
He
you
didn't
guys...
ask him whether they wanted a cocktail.
No,
obviously. Okay.
no.
So it must
Can your
be.
differences be reconciled, or was she really worth it?
I think it is the. Can your differences be reconciled?
You know, that's exactly right. And then, was she really worth it? All right, Dave, let's take a look. We have $300 in the puzzle, and we have some more good letters. We have 2 zappers still remaining.
Okay. I'm going to try the P, Mark.
The P. Yep, there is 1 P. All right, $325 can be yours, Dave, in the bank if you can solve that puzzle. If you're wrong, the game and the dollars go over to Jan.
Okay. I'm going to try the guess.
You're going to try it.
I'm
Okay,
gonna try
for
it.
$325, Jan. I mean, Dave, what is it?
Honesty is the best policy.
That is right. Honesty is the best policy. Very good. And there you go. There it is. Honesty is the best policy. Congratulations, Dave. You got yourself
Thank you, Mark.
$325. Jan, we'll be back in just a minute because in the next round, we're going to be playing for $50 a letter. So stick around for more Money in the Bank right here on Channel 6. We'll be right back.
you'd like to join us in our studio audience and perhaps be a contestant, send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to Money in the Bank in care of KOIN-TV, 222 Southwest Columbia, Portland, Oregon, 97201, or call area code 503-297-3976. And once again, here's your host of Money in the Bank, Mark Richards.
And welcome back to round number 2 of today's exciting edition of Money in the Bank. And at the end of round 1, as we go into round 2, Jan, you have $100 remaining in your bank as of today. And Dave, you're off to a good start, $525. And I want you players to know that any player who gets $5,000 accumulated in their bank account on the program will win this fantastic prize. And here's Rich Wayne to tell you just what it is. Rich.
It's a brand new car, Mark. That's right, drive around town or country in the heartbeat of America from Wentworth Chevytown. Choose the Chevrolet Beretta, a sporty coupe with power brakes and a 2-liter fuel-injected engine. Or choose the 1988 Chevrolet Corsica, an aerodynamic sedan with power brakes and steering, and a sleek look you'd expect from a larger automobile. Mark, each one of these fine automobiles is valued at over $11,000.
Okay, very
And
good.
now, more back to Money in the Bank with Mark Richards.
Thank you very much. Well, one of you players could win that. Jan, you're about, what, $1,500, give or take, a few dollars away from winning that car. That could be today or tomorrow. Okay, let's get ready to play our very next game, and let's take a look at puzzle board number 2. And there are 18 letters in the puzzle looking for a fictional character. And you've heard of this fictional character many times before. And below the screen, you get to see all the letters. They're all good except for 3 of those, and they are zappers. Again, we'll deduct $100 from your bank if you call a zapper. Dave, let's start with you since you're in the lead.
Start with
and
me,
here
Mark.
is your first question.
Okay.
At nighttime, who actually sleeps closer to President Reagan? Now, think about this one. Is it Nancy or a Secret Service agent at nighttime? Who sleeps closer to President Reagan every night?
Well, if the question was daytime, it would certainly be the Secret Service agent. But since it's nighttime, I'm going to say Nancy.
Now, you really think so?
I really think so.
You know, you're right. It is Nancy, yes. Fictional character, David. $50, by the way. $50 goes into the pot for every letter that is exposed, all right?
I'm going to get sort of weird here and go for a G, Mark.
The letter G, you know, there are 2 Gs.
Oh.
Yes, and that adds $100 in the bank. 2 Gs, $100. Looking for a fictional character, Dave.
Not quite yet.
Not yet. All right, Jan, here is your question. In Japan, you've been to Japan, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Now, you've worked on cruise ships and you've been all over the world. It's a popular belief, Jan, that men in Japan who have big ones make great lovers. Okay? Now, men who have big what? Is it men with big ears or men with big noses? Over in Japan, for some reason, they are said to be great lovers. Men who have big noses or big ears over in Japan.
I never saw one with a big nose. What does that say? Oh, I'll go for big nose.
You know what? You're right. It is big nose. Yes. $100 in the bank, $50 for every letter, Jan. Looking for a fictional character. There's still 3 zappers out there.
Okay, Mark, I'm going to try for an M.
The letter M. Yep, there is 1 M, and that adds another $50, so we have $150 in the bank. Looking for a fictional character. No guess? All right,
guess.
over to you, Dave. Here we go. When someone writes a will and leaves us $10 million, for example, if you happen to kick the bucket, right, and you wrote a will and you left $10 million to your pet parrot,
Yes.
what actually happens to the money? Does it go to the parrot or straight to the government? If you left $10 million to your pet parrot, will it go to the pet parrot or to the government?
This is actually one of the reasons I got out of the law business, Mike. Mark.
Mark. His name is Mark.
And probably why I'm not going to make it in the showbiz either, but I'm going to guess the parrot gets it.
You know what? You're right. It is the parrot. The parrot gets
Parrot
it.
people.
We have $150 in the bank looking for a fictional character. A lot of letters, still 3 zap letters out there.
Okay, Mark, let me have an H, please.
You know what? There is 1 H. Yes, there is 1 H, and we'll put another $50, so we're now up to $200. Looking for a fictional character. Dave, can you do it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Let's go over to Jan. Jan, according to sleep experts, while you're sleeping, and if it's going to happen, Jan, it's going to happen about 2 hours before you wake up in the morning. Is it a nightmare or getting up and going to the bathroom? If it's going to happen. If it's going to happen, Jan, it's going to happen probably about 2 hours before you get up in the morning. A nightmare or getting up and going to the bathroom?
Oh, I won't speak for myself. I'll say probably a nightmare.
That's right, it is a nightmare.
All right, thank you, audience.
Okay, looking for a fictional character, Jan. 3 zappers still left out there.
I'm going to say an F.
The letter F. Yep, there are 2 Fs. Yes, 2 Fs. So we're going to put another $100 in the bank.
I think
And we're now up to $300. Looking for a fictional character.
I think I know what it is, but I can't see the right letter. I thought it was Puff the Magic Dragon.
Well, I mean, if you make a guess, you win. If you're wrong, then Dave wins the money.
But there's no D, so it can't be that. So.
Yep, there's a D over on the left. You can't
on
see
the left?
it, but there's a D.
Okay. Then I say it's Puff the Magic Dragon.
You know, that's right. Puff the Magic Dragon is right. And you've got yourself $300.
Right.
Very good. And you're now up to $400. And Dave, you still have a lead with $525. And we're going to be back with more of the exciting round of Money in the Bank with round number 3 right after these words. Stay with us. Hi, and welcome back to our exciting 4th round of Money in the Bank. This is the $1,000 bonus round. Dave, congratulations so far, $525 in your bank after 3 rounds. And right now, it's a chance for you to win some more money. We're going to play the $1,000 bonus round. And let's take a look at the puzzle right now. Here is your bonus puzzle, Dave. Looking for a phrase, and there are 21 dash lines, as you can see. And the phrase you've heard many times before. We're going to start you off with $1,000, Dave, and every time you call a consonant, we're going to deduct $50 from that $1,000. And if you call a vowel, we'll deduct $100. Solve the puzzle. The money still remaining in the bank is yours to keep. So you all set?
Ready.
Lots of luck, Dave. You have as much time as you want. Looking for a phrase. We start you with $1,000. Good luck to you.
H. T.
Down to $900, Dave.
P.
$850 in the bank.
E.
$750. Looking for a phrase, Dave. $750.
S.
$700 in the bank.
O.
$600 in the bank, Dave. Looking for a phrase.
A penny for your thoughts.
That's right, a penny for your thoughts. Very good, Dave. You got it. Look at you, what gave it away there?
Actually, the $600 I needed.
Well, $600 added to your $525. We have $1,125. We'll see you tomorrow, Dave, as a returning champion. Thank you very much. Thank you, folks at home, for being with us. We'll see you next time on Money in the Bank.
This is Rich Wayne speaking on behalf of Money in the Bank, a Mark Richards television production in association with the Lee Broadcasting Group. Good night.